Good morning. Another more clear dream. Part one was pre-red pill. And this dream was an interesting one. I was working at a futuristic shopping mall. It was a large complex, and the location I was in was kind of separate from the rest of everywhere else, similar to where I work in real life. And we worked in a kind of like bazaar. We worked in this store of like all these strange goods, and there were some of them were just unsellable, and other things were just very cool. But we had everything. We had like furniture, we had antiques, we had tech, we had stickers and papers and this and that. And my coworker was actually, it was owned by my coworker's mother. So my coworker that I worked with, his mother owned the shop. And the company itself, she didn't own the entire company though. The company itself was this very, very interesting company that I actually went to visit in part two. But in part one, I was running the shop with my coworker. And for some reason, a whole group of employees from other like locations came to like shut us down. And they were apparently coming to like mess us up too, or like kill us or something, because we had to hide. And they were like investigating the store, and we started running. They tried to come after us, but we made it away. And then I got like free tickets to this like theme park, which was also like the main location of this shop, of which I don't have a name, but it was like the main location of this company. And I went with the fam, and there was this roller coaster we got on. And the idea of the roller coaster is it went around, and what they did was they took it was only a trial roller coaster though. So the real roller coaster, you had to pay extra money to ride, and if you paid money, you were able to run on the roller coaster. Like instead of riding on the in like the seats, you actually got to just get up and just like run around on the roller coaster. And the employees were doing that. The employees were like trying to convince you to buy it by like, wow, this is so fun. I'm running on the roller coaster. And meanwhile, everyone who's riding the trial of the roller coaster has this like, they had this metal like plate. By the way, by this part, the invitation was post red pill. This plate that they put above your back so that you're hunched forward the whole time, and it's like cracking your back when you turn, and it's a shaky roller coaster, so when you ride around a corner you just go like it fucks your back up. And so at the end of it, I'm just like, this is terrible. I would never pay for this. Even if I did pay for it, it looks like it sucks. And I was super honest about it. And they were like, all right, whatever. You know, we like your feedback. That's cool. And then I found the catacombs of this place. Me and my ex-boyfriend found it. And we dipped in, and it was it seemed like it was out of like a horror like movie. Like we started out in like this like underground hospital type place, and there was like these patients that were like not right in the head, and like the doctors were all weird too. And we snuck through it. Tight corridors, turning here and there, hiding behind walls, and um, we eventually separated because there was like two different ways, and we tried to keep in touch, but that was the end of that. I didn't see him again. He went his own direction. I ended up in this tight tunnel that was just empty. There was some windows actually that like let a little bit of light in, and there was a door at the end, but there was no more people there. It was just me. And I remember like hearing Gabe off in the distance, but I was like, I know he's too far gone. And so I kept pushing forward. And I opened into this like new world. It was all tunnels. It was all like underground like systems. And it had a Minecraft feel to it. And there was these little like doors that you could get into, and they were like little checkpoints. And if you got into the door, you could equip things. And you could like save your progress. And so it became like a tunnel like exploration like dungeon crawler game where we kept getting deeper into the caves, and I'd join some people randomly. There'd be like other people playing. And I remember there being like a moment where I had to hide from other people because like there's some people who will kill you and take your stuff, and there's other people who won't do that. And I remember I could also just like break blocks. Like there was a door that I couldn't. There was a couple doors that I couldn't get into. And I'm like, these doors are like, they're like rabbit hole doors. And I'm just like, man, screw this. I just broke up of it and just like broke in, made it into another room. And all the rooms were like very small. Like my head's hitting the ceiling. I have to crawl through some of them. And I got really low, and there was one room. The entire thing was one block high. So I broke in, and I'm like, I had to crawl through it. And then I looked to the left, and there's like a little path that leads down, and I jumped down out of this like one block like crawl space, and it's a boss room. And the boss room is this like crazy dude, and I have a sword, and I have a shield also, and I equipped my shield. I actually like I had some trouble trying to get the shield. I like threw it up. I'm like, how do I put the shield on? Because it's a dream. I'm like, how do I do this? I threw it up, and it's like, nope, it's not coming on my arm. And eventually, I forced it. I was like, come on, shield, show up, and it showed up because I made it show up in my brain. And the whole idea was you like launched these mine carts from it's so the boss is on one end, and it's just a big like face that's like shooting fire and lava, and it's like an angry face, and then there's coming out of his mouth, and inside of his mouth is lava, but coming out of his mouth is this long like I think it was 4 rail tracks that just go off and out, and then they go out, and then they turn to the what did they turn to? They turn to the left. So the tracks are coming out of his mouth. Left. And so on the left there's this little stable of mine carts, and I for some reason whenever you clicked on a cart, the cart would just show up. So I just started launching these carts, and nothing was happening. I was like, oh no, do I have to hop in these carts? So I hop in the rightmost cart, and it rides down the track, and he like shoots something, and the track in front of me gets destroyed, and I get hurt a little bit, and there's lava. Now the track is broken, but the track fixes itself. So I do it again, and this time I make it all the way to his mouth, and it like there's like a sound, and he gets damaged, and then like that part of the mouth is now shut. So there's like only 3 openings. So I do it again and again and again. I kill the boss, and I had like no health left. Like I actually at the very end a health bar showed up, like a heart bar, and I had like no health. I like lost all my health. I thought I died, but I didn't. I got that armor. I respawn, and it's like, you beat the boss, and I respawned in the in one of those checkpoint rooms, and the room is just a little room. It's like the size of like a closet, and there's a light coming from the top. It's rectangular. It's tall enough that I can actually stand up in it, and so I put armor on, and I had all this armor, and I had the sword, the shield, the armor, and I was all set. And I'm like, dang, I did it. And then I woke up. So good ending to that one. Hey, interesting dream. And it kind of it was kind of fluid, like pre red pill and post red pill kind of had this connection where it went from the the shop to the like the boss location. Like, it was cool. Cool dream. All right. Zuconius the philosopher out. Peace.